What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the best women's boxing show, period. I'm Cynthia Conte.
And I'm Jeandra, and we are back. What an exciting weekend, a historical weekend, a shocking weekend, and we're going to get into all of it. How are you doing, Cynthia? What's going on with you today?
I'm good. We twinning again. We had no idea. We got the white wall, not the panel, but our blonde, honey blonde hair, the black and white. But yeah, I miss you as always, but I can't wait to see you hopefully very soon because, there's some big fights coming after this, but this is our Run It Back special because it was a historical fight night all of Saturday from morning, literally till night. But Jeandra, there was too many people on the card, lots of upsets, but we're going straight to the main event. His 25 years, it's now the 21st century. We have a new undisputed heavyweight champion, Oleksandr Usyk. Girl, let's run it through. I was texting
Congratulations to him.
My God, they both went literally to hell and back to fight their way out of adversity. The way I scored it, I saw a lot of people scoring it. And girl, I'm going to just tell you, Fury has 9 lives. I text that to you. That man got saved by the ref once again.
Once again, it was like shades of the Wilder fight. I looked at his face when Usyk put it on him in the ninth round.
Yep.
In the 9th round, and how the ropes were holding him up, and it just reminded me of him getting knocked down by Deontay Wilder and then popping back up again. Wow, he's got a hell of a chin. That gypsy chin is something else.
It really is. I mean, it goes to show you that yes, Fury was able to stay up. I mean, imagine if the ropes didn't hold him up, he would have fallen over because it was just
all the way out.
He was the way he was moving again to the other side of the ring like a drunk man. That's what it looked like. He was staggering. And
there were so many good pictures out there of even looking at him, like somebody got a good capture of him just hanging outside. Whoever took that picture, shout out to them.
I love it. I mean, even His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh, he even posted in a black and white picture of Fury's, like this. But it was a fight that had so much drama. It had so much action. It really lived up to the hype. And this is what an undisputed bout is supposed to look like, except maybe for the ref saving him. But, at the very beginning, Oleksandr started off strong. And then in the middle rounds, that's where he kind of lost it. And then at the end. So it was like watching 2 fights. He won the first 6 and the other one won the last 6, but it was a knockdown. And but based off the CompuBox numbers, Fury outlanded him on the jabs, not by a lot, but the power shots that Usyk threw were the ones that landed, and then obviously the more effective, the effective aggression.
It was really a beautiful fight to behold, to see their different styles. And just, I was, like I said, I tweeted and I was wrong. And, you tweet with your head and not your heart kind of a thing. And I really wasn't sure what version of Fury to expect. But as he got more in shape, I said, you know what? I'm not going to pick against him because the last time he came in looking in shape, he was looking like a killer. He really put it on Deontay Wilder. But Usyk had the right game plan. He was doing the right things. And then some way, I would really like to know what took him out of his game plan during those middle rounds when Fury was able to bounce his way back. Is it just because it looked like Fury was getting the timing, and it looked like the way Fury was performing, it was like Usyk's punches didn't have any zap on them. So maybe it was a timing thing because he sure got that timing back in the 9th round.
I think, at first, Dimitri, my boyfriend, we were talking about it throughout the fight. And we're just like, when you have 2 good fighters, it's because styles makes fights. So when you have a fighter on the opposite end doing the right thing, like the technique is what you're used to, then it makes for a good fight. So Fury was so unorthodox, and he was he was just like messing around. And so like Usyk is not that type of fighter. So for him, it's like, is this a fight, or like, are you going to play around? So yeah, it got into Usyk's head, but I think he was like, you know what? I can't get this fight. I can't lose this fight because I'm so close. And I have to mention, it went around social media. All of you boxing Illuminati theorists, that was not an inhaler that he did. He kissed his cross. They had to translate it. The trainer said, "Would you like your cross?" And Oleksandr said yes. and he kissed it. That's not an inhaler, guys. So stop it. Stop
Mhm.
with that bullshit.
Yeah, I saw that going around about that. And I mean, you know, anything to discredit anything. And I was surprised because I thought we would be absent of a lot of the conspiracy theorists. So you know, for all the people out there who said Tyson Fury had loaded gloves, hey, be vindicated, you know, because
Yeah,
now
there you go.
Tyson Fury people are saying it was an inhaler. Or I don't know, whoever was saying it.
Like,
Oh,
stop it.
I know who was saying it. That's right. But he went back and retracted what he said. But see, the problem with that is
Once it's out
everyone
there,
takes it and runs with it
yeah,
anyway, and it casts aspersions, especially where it originated from. It wasn't
yeah,
just like some person with no picture, just rando person. It's someone who's in our industry, and I'm just very disappointed. We just have a responsibility, and we have to be careful when we make those kind
yeah,
of statements.
that's hard. But yeah, back to this fight.
Save
It
that for the
was,
YouTubers.
yeah. But yeah, back to this fight. It was, just to see Usyk come back and just his timing, like you said, he was landing his 1-2. Fury landed his big shots, but Usyk was able to counter so fast. And just rewatching that ninth round, you're like, I mean, I couldn't even breathe. I was so nervous. Well, because I bet on the fight and I was like, it can't be a knockout because I'm gonna lose. But I said decision. But it was so good that I even texted him like, what just happened? Like, and everyone in the world that watched it was doing the same exact thing, and they all said he got saved by the ref. It was, I
It
didn't
was a
hear.
brilliant.
It was so good. It was just it was so great. And right then and there, I mean, when his nose broke, you could tell Fury couldn't breathe. That was really
Mhm.
screwing up with him. He couldn't figure out, Usyk's footwork is just impeccable, impeccable. And I think that's what Fury was having an issue with because he was all around dancing around him in freaking circles. And, Fury just did not know what to do. But crazy enough,
Yeah.
it was a split decision.
Hmm. I thought that was kind of odd too. I thought it would be all one way for Usyk when it was all said and done, just because of the knockdown alone. Because
Yeah.
even if you had it 50-50 the whole way through the fight, the knockdown is going to tip it over.
Yeah.
So I didn't go back and look at the details of the scorecard to see what judge, I forgot which judge rated Fury's rounds ahead of Usyk's rounds, because I want to know what rounds that they gave him that they felt that
Yeah.
Usyk didn't win. But ultimately, the right man won deservedly. But and thank God, no controversy.
That was the one thing that I was nervous because remember Mauricio said, let's do 6 judges. No, Bobby Arm was like, not for a fight. Like you can't use our fight, the
Six
heavyweight
judges.
undisputed fight, to test out this theory of 6 judges. Yeah, because because of the controversial judging with the three. No, it's
Oh
not get
Lord,
six.
stop
You
shaking the
j-
sheik down
you
for all his
just
money.
you
Jesus.
guys just need to hire competent judges that know the rules and are not blind. I think people that wear glasses, it's kind of like when you're a pilot or in the army or something. You cannot wear contacts or glasses. I think that's the same thing. I'm just saying. But
Judging is such an old thing now. Like so many of the season, I get you want a seasoned judge for a title fight, but do they have to be 100 years old?
even the refs, I'm sorry, you
Yeah, it's time to
Dimitri
retire. Some of these
was
people need to
like,
retire.
how old is this guy? He's like at least 90. I'm like, right. But I go, he's supposed to be good. And then we saw what happened to the eighth. I'm like, or the ninth. I'm like, gosh darn it. But
Mhm.
I loved it. I think it was such a brilliant, brilliant fight. Now the question is, well, actually, let's get back the post fight interview. I thought it was very tasteless. I understand Fury was like still upset, maybe concussed a little when he threw out. Well, I understand everyone was behind him, Ukraine, because of the war. So tasteless.
And that's so whack. Come on now, Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury acts like he's just this black sheep person that no one likes. The man have Netflix deal, WWE deal, heavyweight champion deal, ESPN darling, but you're gonna act like all of a sudden, no, no one's cheering for me. They're
Yeah.
only cheering for him for the war. Stop being a baby, for
Yeah,
God's
that was
sake.
that was like that was like a bitch ass
That was
thing.
cornball. That was really kind of cornball behavior. Tyson Fury, I expect better for you. Because normally, what I've always respected about Tyson Fury, and I feel like Conor McGregor has a similar kind because they're both polarizing guys. Conor is much more dick than Tyson Fury is by far. But what I've always liked for them in post fight press conferences that they are very genuine to their opponent, whether it was a
Yeah.
good night or a bad night, and they say, wasn't my best night. I probably could have done this better, blah, blah, blah. So him to say, oh, they're only cheering for him, or it's only this way because his country is at war.
Yeah. Well, to his defense, because I am like, let me watch this post-fight presser. I want to see, the first thing Fury said was he's going to the hospital. I think he has a broken jaw. It's not true. But then someone
Not
did
true.
ask, and I'm really happy, whoever the media asked about his statement. And that's why I was like, okay, I kind of forgive him, but still a dick move. He said, you know what? I just got out of fight, and he was just like the feelings of him losing. So he's like, but that's all I'm going to say about it. He didn't apologize, which I wish he did. But hey, I think that you should watch the post-fight interviews. They're so beautiful. Usyk just made me cry because he talked about
Absolutely.
his father. But he said the rematch. I'm so confused. And I've talked about this. Fury always says it's not about the money. And then it is about the money because I'm about to make a
Always about
boatload
the
of
money.
cash. And then now it's the rematch. He said it again. He's like, well, I have loads of money. I don't need the money. But so which is it? You keep flip-flopping.
He said he wanted the rematch. The Usyk team's like, absolutely, we're gentlemen of our
Yeah.
word. Let's do the rematch. Now it's not about the money. I don't understand it. I think Usyk beat his ass again. With the win. But here's the thing now, are we even going to have a rematch? Because now we've got our good friends at the IBF who love to enforce their rules, getting ready to strip him after 2 weeks.
Well, I think that, hey, they're doing their job. I hate to say it, but you know what? If it's safe to say, and I mean, that's what's going to happen is that Usyk is literally the last undisputed as of right now. That's it, because that title is going to go to the Hrgovic. I forgot who he's supposed to fight, and then the winner of that fights
Daniel
Joshua.
Dubois.
Okay, so we already saw either one. If Usyk, let's just say, fights one of them, he'll be two-time undisputed. That's what I'm just saying. We don't want to see an Usyk Joshua 3. We already saw what he did to him the first two times.
I don't even like any of
sense.
these matchups, to be honest. Like, I'm not interested in seeing Joshua against Hrgovic or Daniel Dubois. I understand he probably wants to fight for the IBF belt, and I rate him ahead of both of those guys. If they fight and he gets the IBF belt, and then he goes back and does another rematch with Usyk, who is going to beat his ass again.
Yeah.
So, now I'm trying to figure out now, where does Deontay Wilder and his opponent, Big Bang Dang, how do they even factor into that? Brooklyn.
I know. You guys,
it's nanny, our honorary co-host.
You want to come up and say hello to
everyone? Put Brooklyn on the mic. Put him on the team.
Do you say hi, Jeandra?
This is sound. I sound.
You have sound?
Sing.
He can't hear, but
okay.
Yeah, there's no sound because it's in Mama's earplugs. But yeah, I'll just keep him on here because my nanny called out.
Yeah, he could
her
stay.
Puppy is sick. So I think, honestly, I totally believe that Fury should just go fight Joshua and make a boatload of money. That will make more money than Usyk.
And make the money.
And then you know what? Go and sail off and retire, because that's the biggest heavyweight fight that can happen. I don't want to see another Fury Usyk. I mean, yeah, it just makes no sense. I understand they're honorable, but really, if that would be in October, and I'm calling it again. It's gonna happen again. Usyk will win by decision. But what that fight took everything out of Usyk. It was like he was at, he had a fight that was postponed. He had a fight that was postponed. And so, like he said in his post fight, he goes, I was training for like 8-9 months. I missed so many things. I think he doesn't need to fight anymore. I think he can retire. He's done everything you possibly can get.
He could go back over to do the WWE stuff.
Yeah.
There's all these opportunities. So does he watch the boxing? Does he watch the fights?
Yeah, he watched it. He was watching it at the same time, but we had to watch it from our laptop because he owns the big TV now. Did you watch the boxing, Brooklyn?
The touch these.
Did you watch the?
Did you watch the boxing like this?
Brooklyn, did you watch the fights with Mama and Papa?
Yeah, I want to touch these.
Touch what? Okay, hold on. Let me go give you crackers. Olympic gold medalist. He's a cruiserweight undisputed. He's a heavyweight undisputed, and he's undefeated. What more? He doesn't need to do anything more in boxing. He doesn't need to prove anything to anybody, not even to Fury. He did it. So I just wish that there's no rematch.
Oleksandr Usyk, when he had a period of time where his fights were not the most scintillating, I think he was at cruiserweight, and I just was one of those detractors where I was like, I mean, he's all right, I guess he's okay, but hell, I've been proven wrong. And Ukraine, you up 3-0, y'all up this
Right?
week 3-0. Shout out to Ukraine.
Right. I mean, it was Loma the week before, then it was Usyk, and then Berinchyk that night, which that we can get into really fast. It was the most boring fight I've ever seen, but yet it was
Terrible.
mind-boggling because Navarrete moved up in weight. He looked, I mean, it's not like he's always the most fittest and like Adonis looking, but he has strong hands. But he just looks sluggish. And when I saw the scorecard on ESPN, I'm like, what fight are you watching? How is Navarrete up when Berinchyk is outboxing him? But even when he won, he was surprised. Berinchyk was surprised when they said his name because I'm like, they're gonna rob him. I just know it.
It was perfect. All they kept saying was they look like two drunk uncles, and that's what they were giving us. Was it the most technically sound matchup? Absolutely not. But hey, salute to the Ukraine. Navarrete, I was very surprised by his performance and his, soggy middle. Why doesn't anyone ever go to the body when they fight him? But hey, you guys go to the body. But yeah, he could take it. But shout out to him. He's accomplished some great things. But
Yeah.
Saturday night wasn't his night. Berinchyk. It'll be interesting to see what he pursues. Probably the Shakur fight will be the next fight for him. And then there's Tank out there. And who has the other belt?
Oh, it's Loma, Tank.
Oh, Loma.
Yeah. And I love Berinchyk when he's
Loma,
like, I'll
Tank,
fight.
and Shakur.
Shakur. And hello, those are great fights. And he called out Keyshawn Davis, Shakur, and he didn't call out Loma. Obviously, I understand why. And somebody else, and then I love it. He's like, I fucking don't care. I don't know. And now
I don't. That was hilarious. I love when people whose second language is English start cussing in English.
right?
It's like the most entertaining thing, and I just love it so. And so, yeah, more than likely for him, it's going to be Shakur. And Shakur seems to be with the smoke, because I thought he tweeted, finally, somebody's calling out my name. So, hey, Shakur, listen, you better get on your broom and campaign for that fight. You were.
Yep.
He was pretty upset recently, saying that he didn't think that Top Rank, wasn't he saying disparaging things about Top Rank? And so the man always comes back around. So
he has to. I mean, they all do. It's them Twitter fingers, and they're so in their feelings, and their PR people are like,
very emo.
You better walk back and be like, I'm sorry. You've done everything for me. I apologize, as you should. Real fast, since we do talk about other stuff besides boxing, can we just kind of touch on something that's out there? This whole Cassie Diddy thing, because everyone's talking about it. We saw it, and we're two females, and we are very aware of what happened. When I saw that, I just thought maybe Cassie got a payout. But then when we saw the video, we're like, them secrets are coming out. And I'm sorry, Diddy, P Diddy, Puff Dad, whatever your name is. That video was basura. Like,
punk ass.
You didn't even apologize to Cassie. You apologized
not at all
to yourself about nothing.
I am so sorry I got caught. I mean, I'm trying to be better. Next time I will do better not to get caught. That's what that sounded
AKA
like to me.
500,000 wasn't enough, or 50,000. Somebody, all them secrets, they're all coming out. And I just wanted
the reckoning.
Yeah, and for people that domestic violence, any kind of abuse there is, you cannot there. I don't care who you are. No money in the world will ever cover up what you've done, because all them dark secrets always come out. I just wanted to touch on that because it's become such a big thing that I felt like we had, we're socially aware of what's happening since Best Women's Boxing Show, period. We understand, even though we're in the fight business, we still don't like that. But yeah.
And so, we'll add it in the edit. If you are a survivor, you need help, we'll add in the number here for domestic violence awareness, and reach out to somebody. We know it's not as simple as just get up and leave, because you need resources, you need support. So pray for you, Cassie. I'm glad you're happy in your life, in this stage of your life, and you're having a happier stage. And Diddy, fuck you, bastard.
asshole. Let's touch it on it. Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. We've seen the presser. And Taylor versus Serrano too. Shout out to Rebecca Ruber, who covered for us for Best Women's Boxing Show. Period. She represented us. She did excellent.
Great job.
Yeah, excellent job. First presser was snooze fest. Ariel Helwani. I'm sorry. It was like when I saw Brian Custer. I don't even care about the first presser. The second presser was lit. Brian Custer lit that crowd up. And I know that they said, you know, you guys have to sell this fight, even though it's sold out. Like Mike Tyson was vintage Mike Tyson with his comments.
I love it. I'm gonna fuck you till you love me. That era of Mike Tyson. We want, that's the smoke that we want. That we want all that energy. I mean, I don't hate Jake Paul, but I would love to see Mike just sleep him. I really would love to see Mike sleep him.
What's so weird, his son Amir, Mike Tyson's son, he was like, I saw in his story, he's like, I don't understand why everyone has these false narratives about my father's fight. I'm like, what do you mean? I go, that people think there's a, like, it's scripted. He's like, yeah, it's not scripted. So Mike is the one that wanted this to be a sanctioned fight. And he, you know, you don't just flip a switch like, oh, I'm in a sanctioned fight, but I can't turn off my power and not knock the guy out. You're in kill mode. We already seen it.
That's right.
He's gonna knock out Jake Paul. And you know what? Jake Paul knows.
I want him to get slept. Sleep him. And I don't even hate him like that. Sleep him. Please, Iron Mike, for the culture. Sleep him. But, you know, we're going to watch it. We're going to, you know, we will live tweet or do.
Hopefully we might be at the fight. We don't know. Maybe, we're still trying to figure it out. Taylor Serrano. I did love their little shit talking. It was like Katie Taylor, she does not shit talk whatsoever. And, you know, they're like, well, I'm at the winner's table and you're not. Exactly. Mike Tyson's like, she's going to kick your ass, Amanda.
Oh, it's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. And lastly, before we wrap, women's boxing, you know, we always rep women's boxing. I just want to send some beautiful love to Heather Hardy, because I saw something that she tweeted. It just made me so sad. You know, she's expressed recently, we talked about it on our last Run It Back, how she's not going to fight anymore because she's got some brain issues. And I guess she's having a lot of reflective time right now, thinking about her career. And I saw her tweet something like, I wish I would have taken less fights, or something. I can't think about it verbatim. And it's just a sad reality for what a lot of fighters make. You know, Heather had a great career, women have literally stood on her shoulders to get to this next level. So just a little love for Heather Hardy. Send her some encouraging messages, y'all.
I know, it broke my heart, and it makes me tear up, because, you know, these women and men in general, they all sacrifice just to put food on the table for their families, and especially for women, since they are still underpaid. The very few at the very top, which are like 2 people, are getting paid those $1 million purses. So these women, everyone in boxing is just trying to make a living. So you guys, be kind to them. Don't always say they're fighting Uber drivers. Hey, they are sometimes Uber drivers, and it's totally fine. But they got to make a living. And I pray for her, Heather, and I pray for everyone else that ever steps in that ring. But on that note, Jeandra, I'm glad that we were able to do a Run It Back, because I mean, this was some good fights.
But, exactly. If you guys have a chance, go back, find you some highlights, go watch Usyk put Fury on the ropes, and let us know your thoughts. You know, knockdowns, I saw fighters.
Yeah, who did you guys think?
Tweet, she didn't know that ropes holding you up is considered a knockdown. I was like, girl, you boxing, you don't know that?
Oh yeah, but people had to print it out, because when you said that, I'm like, no, I know that, but I'm like, I didn't hear the refs do a count. So that was like, did he not count it as a knockdown? Because the round ended. But luckily, when I heard the scorecards, I'm like, oh, they didn't. I don't think I saw the printout. Like, they usually retweet or show the cards.
You know what? Good point. Yeah, I want to see that too. We're gonna have to look for that. We got to look for that too. But again, go back and watch some highlights. It was awesome.
Kudos to them. They're gonna. Fury went to Usyk and said, you know what? Me and my family are going to come to Ukraine, stay at your house, and you guys come stay at my house in the UK. So maybe that, you know, they're going to be besties. Once you share the ring, you turn a leaf, except for Wilder and Fury, because that ain't never happening.
It's on site, never, ever, ever, ever,
Yeah.
ever. But
Until those
they've
loaded
got lots of kids.
gloves. All
Like,
right,
they should just
Jeandra.
let all their 10,000 kids play together. They'd have a good time.
Right? You know what? And allegedly, Fury, he's like, it's not confirmed because someone's like, you're 7 kids or 8 kids. He's like, it's not confirmed. So maybe because Paris was not in Saudi, so I'm assuming she might be pregnant again. She a baby making machine. They
No
her are
doubt.
busy.
They ain't shooting no blanks over there, pow, pow.
All right, Jeandra. Well, it was great seeing you. Another one in the can. Thank you guys for tuning in to another edition of the Best Women's Boxing Show, period. I'm Cynthia Conte.
And I'm Jeandra LaBeouf.
See you guys at fights. Bye, guys. All right, Jay. Have a good one. Love you. I'll post this later.
Love
okay?
you.
Oh my God,
Okay, love
balloon.
I'm gonna see.
Did you see the balloon?
Congratulations. I'm trying to, what did we say? Love you.
Love you. Congrats.
Give me a
Peace
hand.
out. Hey, thumbs
Peace.
up. Now it's not working.
We gotta figure out what makes it go.